So we're going to solve literal equations today. A literal equation is just an equation that has one or more variable in it. It's usually a formula, not always, but it can model a real-world relationship. When you solve literal equations, you just solve the equation like you would any other equation, but make sure that you locate the variable that has to be solved for, and then just do what you would normally do. Sometimes you might want to substitute in values for the letters if it gets too confusing, but you should be fine. So for this first equation, we want to solve y equals mx plus b for the letter m. So it's the m that we want to get all alone. Well, we need to decide what's happening to the m. First thing that's happening is it's being multiplied by an x and being added by a b. In any normal equation, you would actually have to undo the addition first. So what we're going to do here is we're going to subtract b on both sides. The b's go away on the right. On the left, we can't combine those two letters, so it's y take away b equals m times x. Again, we're still trying to solve for the letter m. So what happens now is m is being multiplied by x. How do you undo multiplication? You need to use division. You'll divide out x from both sides. And then what you're left with is a whole bunch of letters. It looks like it's nonsense, but it's not. So y minus b divided by x is equal to m, and you are done. Second example, a equals bh divided by 2. This happens to be the formula to find the area of a triangle. They want you to solve it in terms of b. b is what we want to get all alone. So we have a fraction, and the only way to eliminate fractions is to multiply both sides by the denominator. So we're going to multiply both sides by a 2. The reason we're doing that is so that the 2's on the right cancel. And what you're left with on the right is just b times h. On the left is twice a. Well, again, we want to get b all alone. The only way to get b all alone is to undo what's being done to it. It's being multiplied by h. So you're going to divide by h, and your final answer is 2a divided by h equal to b. Third equation is another formula. It's distance equals rate times time. We want to solve for the r here. So the r we want to get all alone. Well, what's being done to the r right now? It's being multiplied by t. How do you undo multiplication? You use division, and you get distance, or d divided by t, equals r. And you're done. It can get a little bit more complicated, but not too much. This one, s equals 3f minus 24. We want to get f all alone. F is being multiplied by 3 and subtracted by 24. You need to undo the subtraction part first. So you're going to add 24 to both sides. In this case, you get s plus 24 equals 3 times f. We need to get f all alone. F is being multiplied by a 3. You're going to divide both sides by a 3. And your answer is one big fraction, s over 24 divided by 3. You may stop it right there. If you realize that you can actually simplify 24 and 3, you can do that. I'm not requiring it. But what you need to understand is that s plus 24 divided by 3 is really two separate fractions, s over 3 plus 24 over 3, which would really simplify to s over 3 plus 8 equal to f. I will take either of those answers. I'd really prefer that you probably leave it as the blue answer as opposed to the black, but if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, then go for the black. Either one is fine. 2 more to go. Example number 5, we've got that fraction in there again, and we're trying to solve for c. So we've got to get c all by itself. We can subtract 32 from both sides and solve it that way, or lose the fraction. I guess I'll show it to you both ways. The first way would be to lose the fraction, which means I would multiply everything through by a 5. What that would leave me with is 5f equals, when I distribute here, the 5's will cancel, and that would be equal to 9c plus 32 times 5, or 160. At this point, I just want to get c all alone. I'd have to subtract 160. I don't have like terms, so it's still 5f minus 160 equals 9c. Divide everything by a 9, and I would leave my answer as that fraction that doesn't look so pretty, but that's okay. And the answer then just becomes 5f minus 160 divided by 9 equals to c. And that is your final answer. Okay, so that's eliminating the fraction. If you want to do it the other way, without eliminating the fraction first, you can do that as well. So here's the other way. F equals 9/5 c plus 32. Here what you would do first is subtract 32 on both sides, and you would get f, take away 32, equals 9/5 c. And then from this point, if you want to, you can multiply both sides by the reciprocal, which is 5 over 9, 5 over 9, and you end up with this answer, 5/9 f minus 32 equals c. That one is fine too. I probably would prefer that you go the blue way because we've been clearing fractions all along that way, but you can do either. I would accept either answer. They look different, I agree, but they're not when you actually distribute. Next one is g equals 2/3 r minus 4. We're looking to solve for r. We will do this just the fraction way. In order to get rid of the fraction, you're going to multiply both sides through by a 3. That leaves you with 3g equals, remember those 3's cancel out on the right, 2 r take away 4. You have to, in this case, distribute, and we're going to get 3g equals 2r minus 8. Add 8 to both sides. 3g plus 8 equals 2r. Divide by 2, divide by 2. And again, you don't get a pretty looking fraction. You can separate it if you want. I don't require that you do. It's fine to leave it like this. 3g plus 8 divided by 2 equals r. That should be enough to help you get through the homework. Okay, so feel free to view this again if you got stuck. If not, go on and get that homework done, and I'll see you tomorrow.